Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sorrowful here, and it's time for another test for my Bowmaster. This time around, the bosses are going to be getting harder from here on out, so today I'm tackling Cygnus Empress. This was actually my first attempt doing it, so I'm pretty happy with the result. I did go in the day before because I wanted to just see if I could actually get in there, and it worked, and so, I just pretty much left. So this is actually my first attempt doing Empress on my Bowmaster, and it went pretty well. A few things I do want to point out is I didn't keep using my enchanted quiver on my yellow arrows, which give that extra final attack proc, so to say, because I noticed that Empress does a lot of damage, so I wanted to make sure that I have my healing arrows, my red arrows, coming through every now and then to keep me at my absolute maximum HP amount, because for some reason those Empress's Genesis skill is not supposed to one-shot you anymore, but I found that it still sometimes one-shots me, so that was a little bit odd. And you guys saw right there, I don't know if I was full HP or not, but I thought I was, and it one-shot me. So even if I'm like 1 HP away or something from full, it tends to one-shot me, I think. So I wanted to make sure I had all three of my different types of arrows coming through every now and then. So I did not bother using the enchanted quiver. With that being said, if I did use my enchanted quiver on my yellow arrows, which again is the final attack proc, then I would have been able to kill the boss faster. But you know what, my Bowmaster tackled it, did it without dying many times at all. Did it in a pretty fast rate, if you ask me, and it was on the first try, so I definitely can't complain. I'm really happy with the run, how it went. I haven't fought Empress in such a long time, but this just goes to show I'm a natural. What could I say? But yeah, so it was a good run. I definitely played very safe, as you guys could tell in the video. I wanted to make sure I knew when the DR was coming, because if you're constantly attacking Empress, especially with a hurricane-like skill, you can't really see when she uses her DR, because the numbers are just piling up, especially like right there, the arrow platter. It just makes it really difficult to see, and so I wanted to make sure I played it safe, didn't look like a fool or make myself look like a fool by dying to DR over and over again. But once again, I'm very satisfied with the run. Unfortunately, I did not get through all of the phases of Empress, so to say, because there's phases where she has to summon each one of her advanced knights, and then at the end, or close to the end, she'll summon all 5 of them at the same time, and once you kill those 5, they actually drop equips, and then once you kill Empress after that, she'll drop some weapons and possibly shoulders. So because I didn't wait long enough to get through all the phases, I didn't get all the drops from Empress that I should have. But you know what, I wanted to make sure I got it done. I didn't want the video to take too long either, so I just kind of rushed through it while taking my time, I guess you could say, to play it safe. Yeah, it's nothing really fancy. I mean, for Empress, I don't know if I don't think she's as hard as a boss as she used to be, mainly because players over the years have gotten much stronger, and we have much better stats now, so all bosses aren't the same as they used to be in that regard. But Empress, pretty much, I mean, dodge the Genesis skill. Make sure that if you have a healing ability, definitely rely on that as well to stay at your maximum health, and try to continuously do DPS to her just like any other boss. So it's nothing really complicated. It is quite a fun boss fight, to be honest, and to be honest, I didn't think my Bowmaster would be able to solo it this fast, so that was actually surprising to me as well. As you can see, my damage on Empress is not the best by any means. It's actually quite low, but when you factor in the fact that it does 2 hits or 2 lines, my hurricane, when you factor in arrow platter, when you factor in my yellow arrows whenever I have those going on, and then advanced final attack, it ends up being a lot of numbers. That's why Bowmasters have one of the most, if not the most, hits per second, so it's pretty crazy. And I think my Bowmaster is actually close to doing the same amount of damage, like total damage, by over the course of a certain period of time as my Wind Archer, so that's pretty awesome. Although it's pretty sad to think from my Wind Archer's perspective and point of view, because my Bowmaster doesn't hit nearly as high numbers as my Wind Archer, but yet it could still do pretty much the same amount of damage. So that's a little bit crazy, and Bowmasters are getting buffed again in the very near future. They already got the buff. They already received this buff in KMS, so we'll be coming to GMS as well soon. So that's going to be awesome for Bowmasters. I don't know if I'm still going to be playing my Bowmaster by then, but it all depends on how these videos go. And I was actually hoping that this Empress would level me up to 200, but as you guys will see in a little moment here, it actually didn't level me up. Like, it brought me to 93% or something like that. And then after this video, you guys will, or after this run, you guys will see me finally leveling up to 200. So this is pretty much how I got that final boost to level 200. Wanted to make it a little bit special because although 200 isn't necessarily a good accomplishment or big achievement in MapleStory anymore, it's still a fair achievement in my opinion, right? Personally, I still think reaching level 200 is quite an accomplishment for a Mapler. So I wanted to do it in a kind of big way. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get there to level 200 off of Cygnus Empress like I planned. But yeah, she pretty much brought me all the way there. So as you can see, 93% or so. And yeah, I didn't get any drops, as you guys will see right here. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. So in my previous video where I talk about the dojo shop, I'm already level 200 in that video, and this is how I got to that level 200. Thank you all, by the way, for congratulating me on this achievement on my Bowmaster level 200. Worked really hard to get here, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you all for watching this Sorrowful production. If you enjoyed the video, then why not show it? Hit that like button and subscribe for more Sorrowful goodness. Peace.